In the shadow of a barren, desolate planet, the quiet settles, a rare moment of stillness amid the ruins of a recent battle. The air is thick with the metallic tang of war, a stark reminder of the brutal conflict that left Emperor Tharn, the revered warrior king, abandoned and broken. Once the fierce protector and unifier of countless worlds, he now lies alone, helpless, betrayed. His mighty frame is barely recognizable beneath the scars of battle, blood crusted over his armor, as he clings to life. Tharn knows the truth. This isn't just the cost of war, this is the price of betrayal. Left here intentionally by the very council he once trusted, the allied races, who had grown fearful of his power. He remembers their last council meeting, the whispers and sidelong glances as some members muttered about balance and future stability. They'd grown too comfortable, too complacent, fearful of the man who still believed in honor and strength over political games. This battlefield is his grave, and that's how they wanted it. Yet in his final moments there's movement, he senses it even before he sees it. Strange figures approach, too small to be any of the Council's trusted species. Humans. He had heard of them, of course, the galaxy's newest, most underwhelming addition. Scarcely worth notice, their presence in the Council of Allied Races was almost a formality. Humans weren't considered warriors. They were viewed as insignificant, almost quaint. And yet here they are. They reach him, and for a moment, he's prepared to die in their curious, sympathetic gaze. But instead, one of them, a soldier with an earnest, determined face, kneels beside him, checking his wounds with surprising skill. They don't speak yet, perhaps out of caution, perhaps respect. The soldier signals to his comrades, and they begin a careful process of tending to his injuries, working swiftly and with a focus he hasn't seen in a long time. They are small, yes, but their hands are steady, their movements filled with purpose. "You shouldn't be here," Tharn manages to rasp, his voice barely a whisper, each word a painful effort. The human soldier looks him in the eyes, unflinching. "Neither should you, Your Majesty." There is no mockery, no fear. Just determination. "But we heard the council left you behind." The words cut deeper than any wound. It's clear they know of the council's betrayal. And still, here they are, these fragile beings who owe him nothing, who stand to lose everything for the sake of a warrior who once looked down on them. Tharn feels an unfamiliar pang of humility. He's always been proud, perhaps too proud, but in this moment, surrounded by these small but resolute humans, he begins to see them differently. The human squad works quickly, their efficiency unbroken as they administer what aid they can. One soldier produces a small device, holding it over his wounds to administer healing pulses. The relief is slight but immediate, and Tharn finds his vision clearing, his strength just enough to sit upright. He watches as they scan the perimeter, always alert, always prepared to fight for him, a king who until now considered them lesser beings. "Why?" he asks, the single word carrying all his confusion, his disbelief, his sense of awe. The soldier glances at him, eyes gleaming with a fire he's only seen in the finest of warriors. "Because honor matters," he says simply. "The council forgot that, but we haven't." The simplicity of it stuns him. They aren't here for reward, for fame, or for power. They came out of loyalty to a principle that the council, with all its power and sophistication, had long since abandoned. Tharn's respect for these humans grows, a flickering flame kindled in the ashes of betrayal. The humans don't waste a second after stabilizing Tharn's injuries. Their leader, a calm yet sharp-eyed soldier, motions to the rest, and they fall into formation, preparing to escort Tharn back to their shuttle hidden nearby. They know every second counts. This rescue has already drawn attention from enemy scouts circling the planet. The risk is immense, and Tharn can see the tension in their movements, but none of them hesitate. Their quiet discipline reminds him of his own royal guards, loyal, unflinching, utterly dedicated. As they begin moving, one of the soldiers whispers into a comm device, warning the team of incoming alien patrols. They're clearly prepared, anticipating threats from all sides. Their leader stays close to Tharn, supporting him when his strength falters, urging him forward without missing a step. Tharn feels a mixture of pride and surprise at their skill. He had underestimated their abilities, assumed they'd be just another expendable race. But here, they're proving themselves with each passing second. They reach a narrow canyon, a shortcut to the extraction point, but it's filled with hazards. Sharp outcroppings and loose rocks turn every step into a calculated risk. Suddenly, the faint hum of enemy drones fills the air. The human soldiers exchange silent glances, then spring into action. They spread out, using the rocky terrain as cover, motioning for Tharn to crouch low behind a boulder. The humans, moving like shadows, blend into their surroundings, poised to strike if necessary. One of the soldiers pulls out a small device and starts tapping on it. Tharn watches in fascination as the device emits a series of electromagnetic pulses, interfering with the drone's sensors. The drones falter, their scans scattering in all directions, blind to the humans hiding below. Within moments, the drones drift out of range, leaving the path clear. Tharn feels a swell of admiration. This blend of ingenuity and courage is unlike anything he's encountered. They push forward, navigating the perilous terrain. Tharn is weak, but his determination fuels him, each step taken with newfound respect for his rescuers. Along the way, he notices the humans share supplies, offering him water and energy supplements without a second thought. Despite their own limited resources, they make sure he has enough to keep moving. It's a quiet kindness that touches him deeply, a reminder of values he thought lost among the powerful races. As they approach a clearing, the squad leader signals them to stop, eyes scanning the landscape ahead. He murmurs into his comms, alerting his team to a squadron of enemy scouts positioned at their escape route. Tharn tenses, realizing their chances are slim. The alien forces are fully armed, their numbers double that of the humans. But the humans don't flinch. Their leader quickly organizes a plan, dividing them into pairs, assigning each a role with swift, clear instructions. They're calm, focused, and fiercely determined. Tharn can't help but marvel at their bravery. Even outnumbered and facing elite alien soldiers, they show no fear. The squad initiates their ambush, launching small but deadly explosives that disorient the alien patrol. Tharn watches as the humans move with surgical precision, each taking down targets with minimal noise and maximum efficiency. Even injured, Tharn feels the pulse of battle stir his own instincts. He reaches for a discarded weapon, joining the fight, firing with a vigor that surprises him. The humans cover him, guarding his flank as if he's one of their own, treating him as a fellow soldier rather than a vulnerable monarch. Amid the chaos, Tharn notices the alien soldiers are wearing emblems of the council factions that betrayed him. His rage fuels him, lending him strength, and he fights with renewed purpose, no longer just for survival but for justice. The humans recognize this, seeing the fire in his eyes, and they support him without question. Their loyalty becomes a silent pact, binding them together in the heat of battle. Finally, they eliminate the last of the enemy forces. The path is clear, and though exhausted, Tharn feels alive, invigorated by the shared struggle. The humans gather around him, one of them offering a hand to help him to his feet. In that moment, Tharn realizes that these humans have become more than allies. They've proven themselves worthy of his trust, and perhaps, his loyalty. They don't linger. The squad leader quickly checks the coordinates for their extraction point, ensuring the route is safe. Tharn follows without hesitation, no longer doubting their capability or their motives. He knows they've risked everything, not out of obligation but out of a shared belief in honor, a bond he hadn't expected to find with this so-called lesser species. In them, he sees a strength that transcends physical power, a resilience and courage that, until now, he believed only his own kind possessed. As they move closer to the extraction point, Tharn senses a change within himself, a rekindling of pride and purpose, renewed by the quiet heroism of these human soldiers. Their bravery and honor have rekindled his own, and he feels a fierce gratitude toward them. He realizes now that humanity, once dismissed as a minor race, may be the galaxy's last true bearers of the values he holds dear. They press onward, the weight of recent battles hanging heavy on their shoulders. Tharn, though weakened, insists on moving under his own power as much as possible, earning him silent respect from the humans. Their journey is relentless, with obstacles around every corner, yet each hurdle seems to solidify their unspoken alliance. As they trudge through a dense, rocky pass, they come across a small outpost tucked away in the cliffs. It's a temporary rest point for Council soldiers, and it's teeming with enemies, aliens loyal to the Council's plan to see Tharn fall. The human squad halts, assessing the situation. They're outnumbered and outgunned, but retreat isn't an option. The extraction point lies just beyond this outpost, a fact all of them understand without a single word exchanged. Tharn prepares himself mentally for yet another fight, but something stops him. The human squad leader taps him lightly on the shoulder and shakes his head, signaling for him to stay back. The leader doesn't see Tharn as a king to protect, nor as a casualty they need to drag along. He sees him as a warrior who has already given his all and earned the right to rest, if only for a moment. Tharn watches in reluctant admiration as the humans move into position with a level of quiet efficiency that borders on elegance. They split into small groups, creeping around the edges of the outpost like shadows, their forms blending into the rocky terrain. The humans have no heavy artillery, no reinforcements. All they have is strategy, teamwork, and the unwavering conviction that they must see this mission through. Tharn marvels at their resourcefulness. Each move, each signal, speaks of a practiced unity. These humans may not have the advanced technology or biological advantages of the Council races, but they are a force all their own. It's a silent, brutal ambush. The humans pick off the alien guards one by one, moving in a synchronized dance of attack and retreat, covering each other's backs without hesitation. Tharn grips his weapon, waiting for the moment he might be needed, but his role is to watch and, unexpectedly, to learn. This isn't just survival, this is a statement. These humans are showing the galaxy that even the smallest of factions, the most overlooked species, can make a mark. They are not defined by size or might but by sheer resilience. One guard spots them, raising an alarm, but the humans are faster. They adapt, adjusting their tactics on the fly, shifting positions to outmaneuver the guards, clearing a path through the chaos. Tharn's respect for them deepens with every second. Their bravery isn't born of desperation or blind loyalty. It's born of a choice to defy the odds, to do what others dared not. As the dust settles, the humans regroup, steadying themselves with quick breaths, offering one another silent nods of approval. They're not unscathed, but they're unbroken. Tharn steps forward, now fully recognizing what they've accomplished. These humans, in their quiet, unassuming way, have fought with a unity and loyalty he's rarely seen even in his own kind. They embody the honor that the Council has long since abandoned. They don't waste time celebrating. With the outpost now quiet, the human leader signals them to move on, and Tharn follows, still feeling the adrenaline of the battle coursing through him. He realizes that his survival now depends entirely on the strength and loyalty of these humans, a notion he would have scoffed at only days before. But now, he trusts them implicitly, as one trusts a brother in arms. As they continue toward the extraction point, they stumble across a small cache of Council documents. One of the soldiers quickly scans them, and his face darkens. He hands the document to Tharn, who reads it in silence. The Council's betrayal is deeper than he'd imagined. The documents detail not only the plan to abandon him but also a systematic dismantling of his empire, orchestrated by the Council to seize power and resources. His people are being subdued, his loyal followers scattered or imprisoned. Tharn's fury ignites anew, but the human squad leader places a steadying hand on his shoulder. They don't need to speak to understand one another. The humans know what this means to him, understand that this betrayal goes beyond political maneuvering, it's personal, a violation of everything he once stood for. And in that shared glance, they make an unspoken pact. This mission is no longer just about saving Tharn, it's about reclaiming honor, about standing against the Council's corruption. With renewed purpose, they press on. The humans share their own supplies with him, ensuring he has what he needs to keep going, even if it means sacrificing their own rations. Tharn marvels at their selflessness, realizing that they're not doing this for glory or gain. They're doing it because they believe in something greater. For them, honor is not just a word but a way of life. The extraction point looms ahead, but they're not out of danger yet. A squadron of council forces awaits them, clearly prepared to intercept any attempt at escape. The humans know the odds, but they face them head-on. Tharn, despite his weakened state, steps forward to fight alongside them. This is his battle now, too. With his own strength returning, he fights with renewed vigor, matching the humans' determination blow for blow. Together, they carve a path through the enemy lines, fighting as one cohesive unit. In this battle, they are no longer separate, human and alien, king and soldier. They are united by a bond forged in the fires of shared struggle. And as they finally reach the shuttle, each of them scarred but unbowed, Tharn realizes that these humans, in their quiet, steadfast way, have shown him something invaluable. They board the shuttle, the air heavy with silence as they take off, leaving the war-torn planet behind. Tharn feels the weight of everything he has witnessed and endured, but a glimmer of something else stirs within him, a feeling he hasn't known in a long time: hope. These humans, against all odds, have reignited it, and as they make their way through the stars, he feels a fierce resolve settle within him. The journey back to his empire is long and tense, with enemy signals occasionally flickering on their radar. The human squad leader calmly directs his team, ensuring that their path remains as covert as possible. Tharn observes them, marveling at their ability to remain focused and undaunted despite the perilous journey. They carry the same intensity, the same dedication, as when they first found him, proving that their loyalty isn't just for show, it's embedded deep within them. As they approach the edge of Tharn's empire, they encounter a final obstacle, a blockade of council warships, standing between them and safety. The council has clearly learned of their survival and now aims to make sure Tharn doesn't return alive. Tharn's eyes narrow at the sight, a mixture of anger and determination flaring up. The humans study the blockade, silent and calculating, their minds already crafting a plan. They've come too far to let this final hurdle stand in their way. The human leader turns to Tharn, giving him a slight nod, as if to say, "We'll see this through." There's no speech, no rallying cry, only a shared look that speaks of trust and purpose. With precise coordination, the humans launch into action. Their shuttle veers sharply, weaving through the blockade, using its speed and small size to avoid detection. When the council ships spot them, it's too late. The humans are already moving with practiced precision, darting between enemy vessels, slipping through every gap in their defenses. But the council warships won't let them escape so easily. Tharn watches as blasts of energy light up the darkness of space around them, each hit narrowly missing their shuttle. The human squad is undeterred, their movements precise, their reactions lightning fast. It's a dance of survival, a battle fought in the silence of space, and every evasive maneuver is a testament to their skill. Tharn feels the tension, the thrill, the raw courage they exude, and for the first time, he sees them as equals. Just as a council ship prepares to intercept them, the human leader activates an emergency beacon, sending out a coded signal. Moments later, allied ships from Tharn's empire appear on the edge of the battle, summoned by the human's signal. A new surge of pride fills Tharn as his own forces arrive, surrounding the council's ships and providing cover for the shuttle's escape. The council's warships hesitate, outnumbered, and soon retreat, leaving a clear path to Tharn's territory. As they cross into the safety of his empire, the humans begin to relax, a quiet satisfaction settling over them. They don't cheer or celebrate, but there's a palpable relief among them. Tharn looks at them, feeling something he hadn't expected, a deep gratitude. They could have left him as easily as the council did, but instead, they risked everything. He realizes now that their loyalty, their courage, is something he could never have foreseen, and it changes something within him. When they land on his homeworld, Tharn steps out to the sight of his people waiting for him, their faces filled with awe and joy. But his focus remains on the human squad standing quietly behind him. They watch him, respectful yet ready to step away and return to their own lives, expecting nothing in return. But Tharn won't let them go so easily. He turns to his people, his voice steady and strong as he declares the humans as allies to his empire, warriors who risk their lives for honor, not for gain. His people listen, eyes wide, as Tharn recounts their journey, their bravery, and the integrity they showed in the face of impossible odds. The humans look taken aback, unaccustomed to such praise, but there's no mistaking the pride that gleams in their eyes. The council's betrayal runs deep, and Tharn knows that their treachery won't end with his return. But now, he has something far more powerful than vengeance. He has allies who believe in honor as he does. He turns to the human leader, extending his hand, sealing their bond with a solemn oath. The humans nod, understanding the weight of this gesture, recognizing that they are now bound not just by duty but by a shared purpose. Word of the humans' bravery spreads quickly, reaching beyond Tharn's empire and stirring whispers among the council races. They hear of the humans who defied the council's will, who risked their lives to save a fallen king. The humans' quiet heroism becomes a beacon, a reminder that strength lies not in dominance but in loyalty and courage. The council races, once dismissive of humanity, begin to see them in a new light, a force to be reckoned with. Tharn's empire, rejuvenated and emboldened, stands firm against the council, demanding justice. And with humanity as their ally, they face the galaxy not as conquerors but as protectors of the honor that others have forsaken. As the humans depart, Tharn watches them go with a respect that transcends words. They've reminded him of the values he once held dear, of the strength that comes from unity and sacrifice. In the end, it is not a grand battle that changes the galaxy, but the quiet, unyielding loyalty of those who believed in something greater. And as Tharn looks to the stars, he knows that humanity's legacy is just beginning, a legacy built on the simple, powerful truth that even the smallest of races can change the course of history, not with might, but with honor.